Hi everyone, I'm Isabella.
And I'm Carmela, and welcome back to 20s Unleashed. We are back from our first vacation
This summer. Yeah,
Yes.
we went to Skiathos in Greece.
together.
It was so nice.
Yeah, it was lovely. We love Greece. We love Greek food and Greek music as well.
Yeah. We got to know some Greek songs. It was kind of fun.
Yeah, but Greece is the vibe. Like for summer, is amazing. Like we went to a lot of different beaches. It was cool.
And the food, honestly, there was not one time that I was like, ew.
Yeah, true.
Like, really?
True.
And I tried, I'm a person who tries food. And like every time somebody ordered something, I would like try your guys' orders as well. And it was always yummy.
Always good. Oh.
The only downside is that there was a few, like at night, like mosquitoes, kind of sunset time mosquitoes came out. And the last night we got completely bitten, and we are full of them still. Like the mosquito bites won't leave.
Yeah.
It's like big red, or not maybe big anymore, but they continue to itch.
Yeah, it does that they just wake up 2 days later and then it's the same bite which starts to be
Itch again.
Yeah.
Like now, nothing itches. But we just had lunch, and I was sitting there like itching my elbows.
Yeah.
But then like in the morning, my ankles itch.
I don't know.
And I have like 30 bites per leg, and it's just.
I don't know. I hadn't been bitten from mosquitoes before going to Greece, but now that I'm back, like every day, like mosquitoes are literally eating me.
Yeah. And like in Lausanne, we don't really have mosquitoes.
No, I don't think so.
Like you have like little flies, but not really
Maybe just by the lake.
Yeah.
But not like
But
in
here. And I think it's also because it's been such hot weather and raining in Canada that it's like a lot more humid.
Yeah.
And like that attracts mosquitoes and water and stuff. So.
Yeah. Well, regarding holidays, it was a girl trip. So,
for girls.
Yeah. And what girls do a lot is talking.
Yeah.
So we talked a lot, and a few debate, not kind of debate, came out. Like discussions. Yeah. Came out very interesting. And one of those, we want to share it with you guys to know what you think about it. It's about jealousy. But it started from like jealousy in relationship, which is like the most common one.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, but what about like jealousy in friendship?
Yeah.
Because it's something that we do not really talk about.
It's talked about less.
Yeah. But it's very present. I mean, everybody has friends. So it's very common to like feel jealousy. I think everybody have like felt jealousy at least one friend.
Yeah. Or had a jealous friend.
Yeah,
like,
or had a jealous. Yeah, like it's a like two-way. But so you don't have to be in a relationship to talk about jealousy. We can talk about it in friendship.
Yeah. I think it's two different types of jealousy.
Yeah.
And I think that in friendship, because the way our conversation started off was, I think one of the girls said, like, oh, for me, it's only bad. Like, jealousy is a negative thing. And, like, that's, like, if you're jealous of your friends, that's a red flag. And, at first I was kind of like, yeah, like, of course.
Yeah.
But then, like, we really talked about it. And I was like, no, it's not a red flag.
It's a bit deeper than that.
Yeah, because, I mean, even in relationships, I feel like a little bit of jealousy, then to each their own amount and what their limit is within their own relationship. Everybody decides that, but is normal.
Yeah, and it's kind of healthy.
Yeah, it's like because you think it's healthy in a relationship because you think, oh, that shows that you care. But in a friendship, you don't. Maybe you're not jealous for the same reasons as in a relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
And so you think automatically like, oh, that's toxic. You can't be jealous of your friends. But sometimes the jealousy is like immediate and it's innocent and it's just like, like one example I made, for example, was that like, for example, me and you, we both applied to Zurich for a master, for example. Let's say you got chosen or you got accepted and I didn't. I probably would have felt a little bit of jealousy.
Yeah.
Like, oh, like it was something that I wanted as well.
Yeah.
But then the toxic part that comes in is how I react.
Yeah.
And if I like am happy for you and am proud of like your achievement in your goal, or if I just drown myself in that jealousy. Yeah. Because it's obvious that maybe, your first reaction is, it's a pity that I did. No, yeah, well. It's normal. Yeah. Like, I don't think that that's a red flag. It's a normal reaction to have. It's then how you react to, or how you then expand on that reaction. Yeah. That makes the whole difference to me. I agree. But before, diving into, how, it works. Yeah. I think it's good to make a distinction. Yeah. Distinction between jealousy and envy. Yeah. The difference is very, subtle. It's subtle. So we understood that jealousy is the fear of losing someone. Yeah. So it's the fear, I'm afraid of losing you as a friend, while envy is more, I want something that I don't have. Yeah. Okay, maybe the example I made then. It's more envy, But I think jealous is more hand in hand. No, I don't think. No. They're different situations, but they're both okay to feel. No, yeah, in that sense, absolutely, yes. But I think jealousy is more, for example, me, I was a very, very jealous friend when I was younger. And in the sense that every new friend of my best friend, for example, I was feeling as if the person was a treat. Like possessive? Yeah. It was oh no, she or him is gonna steal my friend, And that's I'm afraid to lose my friend because of new friends. So I'm jealous, and it was possessive. Yeah. And the problem with jealousy is it can be a problem when you start behaving in a certain way because you are possessive. Mm-hmm. So limiting and doing this kind of stuff. I think personally, I don't have any big episodes of jealousy that I remember. I've never I've had my closest friends, but I've never felt that possession over them. Yeah. Because I've also always had several friends, and so maybe it was just a mutual understanding of I know that my friends have other friends. Yeah. But I've maybe felt a little more envy. Yeah. As a initial reaction of something. Yeah. No, But I've had friends that have had jealousy, jealousy in or envy, or okay, or within my circle. Yeah. It could have been towards me or towards the people around me, but it's something that you noticed. Yeah. Even when we were small, but when you're small, you're figuring it out. You don't really know what emotions are, so it's kind of it's not something that I'm now I'm referring to more high school, university. Adult. Yeah. Yeah. No, I understand. What I thought about is that the main difference between jealousy in friendship and in relationship is that sometimes in relationship is based on a lack of trust. Kind of the solution usually is to build trust. It's very different because when you are friends with someone and you just start getting jealous that they have a new friends, there's nothing you can do. And so I think it's harder to understand that every friendship has some high and lows, and the people get attached and they can take the distance and then they come back and you never know, and you have to chill and just follow the flow, because if you push, and that's when it starts to get toxic. I think one of the hardest things is when you have is I believe as well that friendships come and go, or it's a phase. Yeah. It's not something that is completely constant. Yeah. Any sort of relationship that you have in your life, whether it's love, family, friends, something that fluctuates based off of, because there's two people, there's two minds, and sometimes and two lives, and sometimes those lives happen to be on slightly different, and so it's normal. But I think that sometimes it's harder to accept that the other person might not be on the same exact wave as you, and to be able to say okay, it's okay, and maybe in 2 months we're gonna be back on the same wave. It's just right now. But then sometimes it's easy to transform that into maybe envy or jealousy. Yeah, I agree. Because maybe in that phase, the other person may, for example, new friends, and you're why, Yeah. But it doesn't mean that you are worth anything less. And then obviously, and I think that a lot of people then for example, when possession kicks in, you realize that it's kind of going downhill, and then you're kind of like, no, but that's mine.
Yeah.
Instead of like slowly working on building it back up.
Yeah.
And I think that has, like, I have seen that happen in many different scenarios.
Yeah.
But I get it. You're losing something that maybe, because like obviously not everybody is in the same phase, and maybe in that moment you weren't ready to have less of that.
Yeah.
But it's like you can just remember that it will probably come back. Like, if I believe that true friendship always stays.
Yeah, no, I agree. The only thing that it's easier at is that we do not have only one friend.
Yeah.
So I think that when you lose something with someone, it's because you can take more from another one.
Yeah.
I think that friendship works that way. Like, when it's less on that side, it can be more on another side.
Yeah. But I mean, I think that's why you have more friends in general.
Yeah.
Because each friend gives you something or teaches you something.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
But like the intensity, it changes.
Oh yeah.
So maybe it's not like now you're giving me less, but someone else can give me more. Yeah. It's But the thing which is more like frustrating is that there's nothing to do. Mm-hmm. Because I mean, if you are jealous that I have a new friend, there's nothing that I can do. Yeah. It's just you have to accept it. Yeah. Or if you're envious that I have something that you do not have.
I think that sometimes when you can be, I mean, jealousy can stem from so many different things.
Yeah.
Like, for example, you could have a new friend, and like, I know that you have this new friend, but you don't want us to meet,
Okay, yeah.
And you keep it separate, and like it's a secret, and this and that, and you make it a bigger deal than it is.
Yeah.
And then like that's when also jealousy can kick in, or envy can kick in, or like emotions that you maybe feel embarrassed to admit to, but like they could. Or maybe, there's also like this, I know people who have had like a new friend, and then they introduce two friends, and those two friends become even better friends than them. And then they're like, no, that's not how it's supposed to go. But like, you can't control that.
Yeah, I get it.
And I get the jealousy that would stem from that, because you're like, wait, but I made these two people meet. How did that happen?
And I'm out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so there's so many different scenarios, like infinite, that can happen.
Yeah.
And I think that as an initial reaction, it's completely normal. But even just then, like you said, it's like a wave. It could just be like the hype of meeting a new person, and because often it is like that. Sometimes you meet a new person and they give you like an energy, and you're like, wow, and you become really close friends really quickly. But then, like, as time goes on, you realize, okay, but like maybe it was just an initial shock.
Yeah, exactly.
Like maybe, and then it automatically just fizzles out. And like, which is normal, because like you have to get to know a person. It's not, you don't just become friends after a month and then that's it. And you know everything about each other's lives and this and that. It's, friendship is just like any other relationship. It's a process that you have to work on and build on. And so even within the fluctuation, you have to work on a friendship to a certain point.
I agree.
And I think that that's why they say there's like, what is it, the 7-year rule or whatever it is, that after 7 years you remain friends for life. Yeah. Because, I think after a while there can even be distance, but that person, and that in specific situations you can count them, even if they're not there. Yeah. But as a beginning relationship, it's obvious that you have to dedicate a certain amount.
Also, this, like, when you get jealous, you have to, I mean, I cannot be jealous of your like new friend just because I know how we know each other. So also because sometimes jealousy comes from comparison.
Oh, a lot of it.
But but we have to like remember that every friendship is different, and the people connect each other for different reasons. And also, like, different level of friendship can be, I mean, the impact of new people in your life regarding our friendship, which is, I think, very like deep, is different compared to like another friend that I just met. You see what I mean?
Definitely. No, that's true. What I meant was also, no, it was more that, sometimes, I mean, I think we can also see it in our parents. They have those childhood friends they haven't seen in years. But
yeah, exactly.
they had that, obviously for a friendship to maintain in the future, it's right. You can know, I've known several people for more than 7 years and the friendship isn't there anymore.
Yeah, same.
It's that you had in those years, because I still think too, like, it takes a bit of time to really have a lifelong friendship.
Yeah.
Or specific moments together. And if you have really those bonding moments, then obviously it is. But yeah, so the big thing was exactly that you might tend to think that jealousy in a friendship is something that is wrong and you have no right to feel.
Yeah.
But it's not true.
It's not true.
I think it's normal. I just think that it stays in how you manage it.
The feeling.
And I think that the more you work on that, the less jealous or envious you are as well.
I agree, yeah.
Obviously, just some things, your friend getting chosen and you not, or this opportunity happening that is a lifelong dream of yours, it's a normal reaction. I think that sometimes it's hard to completely avoid.
Yeah.
But there's something that you can work on. I mean, for example, your friend getting a new friend, that is like something that you really can work on.
Yeah.
Easier. And then obviously, like I said before, it depends on how then you treat this new friendship.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But if you make it like a normal thing, like we all have friends and I want to share, because the thing that is big on me, I share my life with my friends. So obviously if I make a new friend, I tell my friends.
Yeah.
Like I talk about them, and I don't ever want to have to reach the point where I don't talk about someone because my other friends are jealous of that friendship, and I think that would be in the wrong.
Yeah, I agree. But I think the main solution or way to go through it is to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, like once you say it out loud, because in our head, like everything is way bigger than it is, like in the reality. So when you start thinking, okay, like she has a new friend. Oh my God, they are hanging out every day together. I mean, I'm not anymore in the circle. I mean, in your head, it might sound like very big, like a big issue, which is, I mean, you have the right to feel it, absolutely. But try just to like talk about, like, once you say, okay, I'm jealous of your new friend. I mean, me saying it, it's like something like, it's so childish, and then you realize, okay, but I mean, it's not like a big deal that she has a new friend.
Yeah.
But then you can talk about it and you can relax.
Yeah. And you also realize, like, maybe why you are jealous. Yeah. And, like, what this emotion stems from.
Yeah.
When you're used to something and then something changes and you're like, I was not ready for that.
Yeah.
And I think that that's a lot of the cases. You know?
No, I agree. And something which happened to me like recently, it's different when someone gets a new friend or when she or him gets a like girlfriend or boyfriend. Well, I think I explained it very well. Like when like imagine very situation very easy. You have 5 friends and you get a new friend, so you have to split your time not among 5 people but 6. So you just start getting 1 out of 6 units of time, and okay, it's a reduction, and you can like survive. But when like the other person like get a partner, it's not. I mean, half of the time goes on the partner, like, and it's normal, I think. Yeah. So the amount that remains for you as friend, it's less. And this is what I'm like working on. Yeah.
You want to elaborate?
Isabella got a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I had like a very mini episode. Not an episode, like period. Of jealousy, but it was not toxic. I mean, it was not.
No.
It was just a feeling that I have. Like, I had to accept that
But it was kind of fun.
Yeah, because I was considering myself like her girlfriend, like before he came into her life. Yeah, kind of. No, but seriously, we spend like every day together, and before the exchange, it was like crazy, like really crazy. So now, like after the exchange, like she came back with a boyfriend and was like, okay, we have to accept it. So I worked on it, and yeah. But I mean, it's something we talk. I know we didn't. Yeah, we didn't.
She, I think one of the first times you met, you told him that you were like, what did you say?
I don't remember like the first time, but I remember like a bit later when we were like not, yeah. We started to have a bit. Yeah, we started to have a bit of confidence to like say these kind of things, but not really. And I was like, I'm happy. So bad. This is a bit toxic. I'm happy that you have exams on, like, you have to study during summer, so I can spend more time with Isabella. And it's like, okay, like, okay. Yeah, but it was not like the first time. Yeah, it was funny. Yeah.
But no, exactly. But it's exactly what we said. Like when you're equilibrium.
Yeah, yeah, because my
but it was the same with me this semester. I came back from exchange and everything was kind of different. Like I had expectations because I was like, okay, my first year went like that, my second year like that. It's gonna go like that, and I was like, no,
no.
And then
The dynamics change,
and like I had my episodes of like where I was a bit down and stuff, and I think it's normal, but I mean, I'm fine now.
Yeah,
and it's just something that you have to work on.
Find a new equilibrium, like yeah. But it's, I mean, we both at some like felt some jealousies this past month, I think, but more envy. And more envy, but it never went into like the toxic. I mean, I was not like, you cannot hang out with your boyfriend. I mean, I love him. I mean, no, no. I mean, I really, I like spending time with him as well. I mean, we get along.
I once had a conversation, or we were all having a conversation, and she sent me away because
because it was
to talk to him.
Yeah, no, we get along. So I mean, imagine like if I was like, no, you cannot hang out. I don't want to meet him.
No, that would be and it would be the same with like a new friend.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. But yeah, you just have to accept it. But I think it's normal, and it happens to everybody. Like to feel sometimes.
Yeah, but it is something that you have to work on, and I think that one thing that I really appreciate about our friendship as well, and that I try to do in most of my friendships. Not everybody feels as comfortable, so then you maybe sometimes have to adapt, but is talking about it.
Yeah.
Because I know that when something is wrong, like maybe, okay, not the day of, but like the week of, you go and talk about it. Because the more that you like keep it inside and you push it back, the worse it is.
I agree.
And I think that when you just take your friends, and sometimes it's hard to like admit to these feelings, but like it's something that you can talk about. And I know that like if they are really your friends, they will be understanding.
Yes.
And that's also where you can see, okay, are these really my friends? Like, will they sit down and listen to me and see, like, maybe we can figure out together where this jealousy, envy, whatever emotion it is stems from.
Yeah. I think it's very important to talk about it.
And also just like, like think about it yourself and admit to yourself, like, okay, what's wrong?
Yeah.
Is it something that they are doing, that their friend is doing, that I'm doing?
Yeah, I think it's something
but like sometimes it's hard to come to the conclusion alone, especially when it's a situation that involves more than one person.
Yeah, I agree.
And so then, you talk to your friend, but you have to be like, okay, maybe I'm a little confused, but like you try and express something, or like this situation made me feel this way. I don't know why.
Yeah. And then you talk
and not be like ashamed of your feelings. Like if you have an episode of jealousy, like it's okay. You don't need to be ashamed of it, to admit it, or to work on it. And then it depends on, like, obviously, because if you keep the shame inside, maybe, or the shame inside, it builds towards then the toxic side.
Yeah. Yeah. And as I said, if it stays in your head, it can get worse.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can just by talking about it, you can realize that it's nothing. It's not a big issue. It's normal, and yeah. Definitely. Yeah. So thank you guys, and see you next week. Bye. Bye.